Hi everybody, what's in my makeup bag? Summer 2020. Now I know in my last video I said I'm going to stop editing my YouTube videos, but this one could be about 40 minutes long with all the waffling that I'm going to do if I don't edit it. So let's see what happens. I may edit, I may not. I used to do a funky thing where I'd talk about the product and then I'd cut away to me putting it on, but quite frankly, does anybody really care? So it's very, very low key as always. This makeup look, currently sporting, but I am currently sporting. Currently sported by myself, for want of an alternative phrase. Tinted moisturiser or very, very fresh and light foundation. I have been dabbling with a very full coverage foundation, but to be completely honest with you, that is more because I've been testing it for a feature and not because I've been really wearing it on a daily basis, because quite frankly, I don't feel like I need a lot of coverage at the moment, and it's summer and I just think that heavy, it's actually not heavy. It's this one, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and I really like it. It's not heavy at all. It's just sort of the wrong choice for at the moment. But I feel like going into autumn and winter, people are going to love that one. So I'm preparing my review. So what do I have here? I've got Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser. I think this is still one of the absolute best tinted moisturisers that you can get. They do decent shade range. It has very, very decent coverage. Don't know why I like the word decent today. And just enough glow. So you can see it actually goes on like foundation, but the feel of it is very, very sheer, okay? So even though you get that nice coverage, you can tell already that it's sort of taking out the redness from around my nose and just evening everything out. So even though it's doing that, it feels like you're just applying a moisturiser. It's really lovely. I don't think that they've really changed this since launch. And they don't really need to. I mean, maybe they have. I haven't really been keeping up with it that well. But I am applying the tiniest amount of this. You can build it up slightly, but I don't know. I feel like if you need to build it up a lot because you don't feel like you've got enough coverage, then tinted moisturiser isn't really the product for you. If that makes any sense. What I'll do, and please, if you're about to depart, and go and look at these foundation reviews and you're not going to come back, please hit the like button before you go, because YouTube seem to like it. I have loads and loads of foundation reviews on my website, and I always do a before picture and after picture, close-ups of the foundation so you can see how it sits under pores and any fine lines. I'm quite not scientific, let's face it, I'm not scientific about it, but you know, I dedicate myself to the cause when I'm doing it, and I take it very seriously, and I compare it to other foundations that are similar. I'm trying to find a highlighter brush, but I don't think one's going to appear. So yeah, go and have a look. Next thing, oh, I haven't got my blusher. That's annoying. Next thing is bronzer. And you've seen me use this before, but I've recently fallen back in love with it. Sorry, this is really rude of me to be looking around, isn't it? It's the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and, I think it might be called Bronze and Glow. Can't be sure. Don't have the right brushes for it, so I'm just going to go in with this. Now look, if you like that whole sculpted, contoured look, then this is such a nice product. I don't particularly like that look, but I feel like you can use this in quite a low-key way. So I always pop it on and I buff it out a bit with a, this is a Tom Ford one. You don't need a Tom Ford one. But I really like this brush. It's the 06. And it's just a really good buffing kind of brush. Anyway, that's what that does look. It's just given a little bit of shape to the cheekbones. And you have to just try and do it in vaguely the same position each side. Otherwise you look slightly weird. So just tiny bit of powder and buff in. I mean, you can go to town with it if you love that whole OTT contoured look, and the same with the highlighter part. You can really just go mad, but I wouldn't. So highlighter, this bit goes on top, and ta-da, cheekbones and instant glamour. Kind of feels weird wearing this look for daytime because I'm so low-key normally. But on the other hand, I feel like we've been starved of glamour for almost half a year, so why not? And if you put some at your temples, don't leave it like that, and really buff it in, you just get that sort of, I don't know, shaped head. If you go over the top, you look like Crichton from Red Dwarf. Don't know whether you remember Red Dwarf, but that is how you'll look. Finishing off the base with a little bit of concealer. The thing about tinted moisturiser, it is sheerer, and so if you want to look more perfected, then you will need a bit of concealer. Personally, a lot of the time I don't bother, but I just want to show you this one from Hourglass, which is called, I think it's called the Vanishing one, isn't it, or something? Vanish. I'll put all the details and the shades and stuff below, but it isn't as opaque as you think it might be. It's very, very creamy, and it doesn't, again, settle in fine lines or anything like that, and you can just tap it in, but it's really long lasting. It's pricey for a concealer, but you should be able to get a good shade match in this. Good like that, Hourglass. And you're only ever going to use a tiny, tiny amount. So in terms of value for money, I think it's quite good. Very good. Mascara, I've already got it on. I've been shooting loads of skincare. I don't know why I've got a problem saying that. I've said it so much in the last few weeks. Skincare videos, and obviously shooting skincare, you don't want to have makeup on because that would be a lie. But I don't like to have a completely bare face because I do sort of look like I've been trapped in a box in a woods for many years when I'm completely makeup free. So having a little bit on the lashes makes me just feel a bit better about it. So what I've been doing, and my brows, because I feel the skincare wouldn't go on those anyway unless you were doing a cleanser, but it wasn't, and moisturisers and stuff like that. So I use a really natural, it's a shame this isn't in brown really, because that would be even better. I use a very, very natural mascara. And there are loads out there that aren't particularly volumizing and lengthening and all that stuff. They just add a little bit of colour and a little bit of volume to the lashes. I've been using this one by Secu, the Natural Curl Mascara in black. As I said, it would be good. I don't know whether they do it in brown. I'll have a look. But in brown, it would be even better. It's almost like you've got no mascara on, but you have. You know, you don't look at lashes and go, whoa, mascara. You just see lashes, which might, to some people, might seem completely pointless. But if you have blonde lashes like me that are completely invisible, especially on camera, then you'll know what I mean. You just want them just to be there, but not there. And then I've got Gimme Brow on my eyebrows. I just keep going back to this one. I know I always say it, and I do love the glossier one as well, the Boy Brow. I think those two are on a par. And I've tried many, many brow gels, but I think that for me, the brush, well, the formula has to be suitably tacky just to give a little bit of something. Otherwise, I don't really know what you're doing. You may as well just fill them in with a bit of eyeshadow. And the other thing is the brush. It's a bit like mascara, the brush shape and size. You don't want it too long because it just goes everywhere. It needs to be dinky, you know, really, really teeny, like that, for me, anyway. I would put a bit of blush, but I don't have any. Let's see if this works. This is L'Oreal lipstick. It's quite nice, isn't it? I quite often, it's not ideal, I have to be honest, especially this one's a bit sheeny. I quite often use my lipstick as a blush because blush is one of those things that I always overlook, but that is really important, especially if you're doing quite a bronzy look. It's the pink that elevates everything, you know, makes you look lovely and flushed and youthful. So I have been doing this quite a lot, but I only do it with quite pinky ones. This isn't quite pink enough. And really, it's better if they don't have so much sheen. This is a very juicy kind of lipstick. This is one of the Colorish ones, 658 Colorish Shine. They're really inexpensive. They're very, very good. They're a lot like the YSL Rouge Veloute, I find. At a fraction of the price. So that on cheeks and lips until I locate my blushes. And then on the eyes, I did show these in a previous video, I think on here. They're the Trini cream eyeshadows. So I'm going to use Truth, which is like a burnished brown. It's not really that burnished, but it's got more reddish undertones than just like a flat, beigey, neutrally kind of brown. And I just use my fingertips to pop that on and blend it in. Sorry, my mirror's over here. It has actually been designed to really just be put on with fingertips, so it has been formulated to really slide on nicely, but it's not too slidey. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't, you don't get any mess with it. Look, that's how it looks. What did I say it was called? Truth. All right. So bronze, 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 bit of lipstick on the cheeks. That is what's in my current makeup bag. It's not even a makeup bag. I could fit all of this into a purse, probably, which is very handy if you're going out a lot, which none of us are we? I don't know anyone that's back full swing into like, woohoo, let's go into the city to work, have a drinks afterwards. No one. Will it ever get back to normal? Who knows? It will. What a weird thing to say. Sorry everyone. That was slightly depressing, wasn't it? So yeah, that's what's in my makeup bag. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button. I'll put all the details below, and I shall see you in the next video.